All right, welcome everyone, Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Orb on the Movements of the Earth, Episode 1.
Ah, new show!
New show.
All right, we finally have an actual full anime to replace, all the little one-off things we've been doing here.
Exactly.
Sweet.
I've put this off for far too long.
Yeah, and this one won a poll. Very excited to get into it.
Yep.
It seems to be a very, astronomy-focused historical fiction anime.
Cool.
Very excited about that side of things.
Historical fiction anime we have a good track record with those.
We're
generally.
1 for 1,
Right,
So far, that's pretty awesome.
Been pretty full of
Golden Kamui's
wins so far.
kind of...
Yeah.
It's a period of time.
Well, Golden Kamui is special.
It's special,
but,
that's true.
Yeah.
But that being said, I am very excited to have a full I think this is going to be two cour. This is going to be
cool. Awesome.
like a full anime of this here as well. And I've heard that people have said the manga's amazing. So
yeah. The only thing that I really know about it is the number of times that people meme about Orb in the Discord, and that's not exactly indicative of what to expect from the show.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah. Okay, but science.
Right. I would love to see basically the way in which animation can capture the wonder of the stars and the celestial bodies of space
really
and
cool.
stuff. That'd be really fun. But yeah, I'm excited. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
All right. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Very stark opening.
Yeah.
Kingdom of P. Kingdom of P? 15th century, though. That's promising. Depending on how historical we're going to get here.
Right, I guess it would be kind of weird if it was 16th century. Good old wealth divide.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting choice.
Kind of eerie.
Almost like what we're about to...
Oh.
Oh my god.
And this voice, too.
Oh. You're right. Yeah, you're right. What a dumb question. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sucks. Yeah.
Right.
When the torturer starts asking rhetorical questions like this, it's like, wow, you suck, bro.
When your skin gets peeled off, what's the worst part? It hurts. It hurts like hell. Okay.
Yeah, had a vibe, yeah. The monk robe kind of thing. Come on, don't show it. Don't show it.
Well, we do not need to start with this. Okay. All right.
I don't like teeth and I don't like nails getting mutilated. I don't like it at all.
That could have been worse, but...
Bro. He just wants...
Don't taunt the torturer.
Yeah, don't do that.
I think you have 10 on your toes as well, my guy.
You do.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well,
all right.
I'm properly uncomfortable. Well done.
How to tell someone they're going to be there for a while without...
Yeah. An Eastern European, so Kingdom of P, probably Poland. Ah, yes.
Right.
Geocentrism. Oh,
all right.
I've actually never looked into the arguments of geocentrism. Like, what?
Right, but yeah, no, this is good. Show us what people are thinking, in this day and age.
Right. Because it's funny, because that really explains the flat Earth thing, because it's like, yes, that's the bottom, the land.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Astronomy. Math.
Of course. Yes. How do you think he got that recommendation to...
Yeah, like...
Right.
Like
Yeah. This is how you go to university at 12, kids. Oh, pious
I hope
to
he's
boot.
not being taken advantage of. I mean, he seems to be very...
No, this is part of their song and dance. He says this for all the other kids, and they reward him for it. Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I love this professor. He's very like, oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he's a cocky little bastard.
Yeah, he's a grade A liar, yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
Bro has the light Yagami ego, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he did actually... He's done well for himself to get here.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Really well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're on the church's dime.
Yes. My math is beautiful. And how people see me is all that matters.
Right. I mean, yeah, in a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways, yeah. She's calling him a simpleton.
Okay. Make sure you never accidentally say that out loud.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I would say that. Oh, well,
You're not supposed to say that.
Yeah. Careful. Church controls everything, you know. Don't. Look at the way the kids in the back have like those faces. Oh. This is his real passion. The way they use sound in the background to communicate the intensity of specific scenes is really cool.
With all his fingernails?
Yeah, maybe not. Whoa. Oh. He yearns. Whoa. It's like he's training himself, even when nobody's watching, to try and like
conceal, don't feel. You know, like like make sure that
rational beauty. Whoa. Okay, this kid is actually still a genius, though. He is a fraud in that he's pretending.
Well, right. The act has to go deep in order for it to hold up under close inspection.
Right, but he is smart. Like he finds their movements fascinating, even though the calculations are probably far beyond him. Wow, this anime is good at just getting that like point home of.
Yeah, it's very to the point.
Yes.
Definitely forget the stars.
Oh! Oh!
No.
How would you still be alive? You'd be in such agony and pain. The mouth was melted off. I guess the fingernails didn't work.
Yeah. Or, you know, maybe once they recant, it's the good, you've been cleansed, and now you're gonna stay that way, you know.
Well, then what's the deal with Hubert, then? What? Whoa. Oh, he's just very imposing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The voice.
Yeah.
The voice. What?
That's not good. Oh, okay.
He's just the, talk of the town in that regard. Oh, an astrolabe, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, your act kit only works on idiots. I'm
Right.
also pretty smart. Being a scholar, you know.
Uh-huh.
So observant.
Okay. Subarashi.
Yes! Oh, yes! It was gonna be one of those two.
Yeah.
Whoa. Take me there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, didn't you recant? Oh, he'll give lip service just like you, but I'm never giving up.
Oh, no, I've recanted.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because no one will ever believe you. Yeah. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Wait. This guy's scary. Oh, no questions asked, just killed.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
That's an order. Wow. Just like you, I'll lie to do, to get out of...
I think that goes beyond blackmail.
It's categorically blackmail, yeah. Cool. He's like, I've already been there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your opportunity to do that, if you're going to do that ever.
Oh, but you're curious, aren't you? Dang,
Okay.
He's got him. He's curious.
Yeah.
He's like, I just slapped
It's
himself
such
like...
peppy music when your life was just threatened.
Yeah. Just the hard cut to
Yeah,
like, I'm
of course
here.
he's there.
Wow. Yep.
Yep. All right.
Okay. And even without his eyes, can he like tell that the boy's doing good work? Oh. Oh, cool. Once he draws it, he's gonna see how like wrong it is. Like,
Or just how it fundamentally doesn't make sense.
yeah. What? That's nuts.
Okay.
Right. What a question. Oh. Bro, that's like a Morpheus question.
Yeah.
Like, do you see the thing
right.
that's like scratching at the inside of your mind?
That is a great point.
Yeah, you avoided the question. You're just regurgitating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
personal opinion on it.
Yeah. Whoa. That's such a...
Yeah.
Oh, but they're good.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to put God at the middle,
Yeah.
why are you going to say that there's no
Sure.
system? Yeah. What if?
Okay.
Or if they move, it's not the way
Right.
you
But let's
think
go
about
into
movement.
theoreticals. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. He's like, wait up. Hold on. Let me think about that.
That would...
Whoa. He's just He's just dropping the truth right here about this world. In my universe. Yeah, the beautiful universe. Relatively.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Reason and beauty become one. This kid is inspired now.
Oh, absolutely.
There it is. There it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Here's the first episode.
Oh my God. This was such a really cool way to start an anime about science and the cosmos, and in a way that asks the question that we know the answer to.
Right.
But in a fun way, the show is going to take us along the journey of this boy questioning things, finding little drips of an answer, and that's at the very least the promise. But this is all just the question posed in episode 1. But then there's the whole conflict of like, well, you have to keep this secret.
Oh,
you have
sure.
to do this in such a way that even if you do find some things, you won't be able to share this.
Nope.
Like, how?
Nope. Yeah.
How is this boy going to be able to stay cool? Like,
See, and here I'm just thinking about the anime really does understand that the way to make something interesting is all in the presentation, right?
well, yeah.
You know, if you have
course.
a couple of nerds talking about how like, dude, no, the Earth is actually round and it's really cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, people might be like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, but you have this Chad with like this gnarled cane and scarred face show up with a super deep voice
Yeah.
that's like,
Do you find the universe beautiful?
I only wish to live in a universe that is beautiful. And it's like, oh, okay, all right.
I'm like stirred up. I'm like, yeah, me too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I love that.
It gets to me the same energy that Morpheus had in the first Matrix.
Oh,
Of, like,
absolutely.
do you feel it?
Right.
It happens
That
when you
splinter
go
in your
out
mind driving you mad.
to get
Yeah.
groceries, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes.
Right.
It is
Like,
a
it's
prison
the-
of your mind. Yeah.
If I were to think about like, characters, conversing about, all of this stuff, I would not expect it to have this kind of gravitas, right? I would expect it to more...
Pun intended, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. Like,
The gravity of the situation is very
Exactly.
apparent to us, not to them yet.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And like, okay, this is great. And the fact that it's like this, like, all right, we've got the mentor figure, and yeah, his eyes don't work very well anymore for various different reasons.
probably one particular one, given that he
Yeah,
was
exactly.
caught and forced to recant. which
Right.
means-
We see how his face is, we
Right,
can...
he probably had to suffer a little bit so they would believe his recanting,
Sure.
which, yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Don't taunt your torturer.
Right.
Like,
You will get burned.
that's dumb. That's
That's
really dumb.
in this world where free thinking is to be feared
Right.
by the institutions in society and the
Yep.
organizations controlling it.
Because knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, but also to wonder is such a free, like inspiring, free, like essence of freedom. Because a lot of places in the way that society functions is like, don't wonder, do.
Right.
Stick your nose
Be
down.
a good cog.
Go and spin properly in the wheel. Yeah.
Right.
Wonder leads to questions, and questions leads to attacking the weak points in the house's structure, and eventually the house needs to be restructured, which
Right.
usually means either cosmetic changes or wholesale collapse
Yeah.
and rebuild from the ground up.
Right.
And the way this stuff was brought up, they are living in a full geocentric world, and in a very, very, I will say, as the person here who very much loved astronomy growing up, but also very much loves the stories of the Renaissance era astronomers. I'm pretty sure this kid is meant to be a stand-in for Copernicus.
Okay.
Copernicus was a genius kid, and I don't know his origin story, but he ends up doing some incredible things with regards to the heliocentric viewpoint.
Gotcha.
So I'm very excited with the way this is going. But wow, the character of Rafal is compelling in that he has the contradiction innately within him, and we talk a lot about how character contradictions are extremely impactful within characterization, especially early on when you introduce a character.
Right.
Showcase that he's capable of being a magnificent brown-nosing liar,
Oh, yeah.
capable of holding his mask firmly in place.
Yes.
And yet, he is deathly afraid of losing all that.
Right.
The way in which the other kid kind of called him a god there.
Right.
And he freaked out like, what? Oh, whoa.
Why would you fuck me over like that?
Bro,
you know,
bro.
like there's almost a
Like,
part of me that
don't make heretical things in my sphere. Like
Yeah, exactly.
You're in my orbit, and
Right.
and you're saying things that make people's ire go around me. I can't even have that.
there's almost a part of me that wonders if the whole thing of like stop the the research of the heavens, right? If that is that just because it's hey, we don't want people to research that,
Right.
or if it's that comment that was made, you should really just study theology, right? Like I don't want you doing anything else, right? Like I don't want your head to get too big, kind of thing.
I get where you're going with that. I think that one of the things that they are kind of exploring a little bit is more that when you get someone this accomplished with what they were able to do with their life, despite coming from very rough circumstances, this guy also being the one that might have raised him sees a little bit of his own value in what this kid does.
Oh yeah, what
So
Rafal
he's-
does will absolutely reflect on him.
Right. So it's no, you're going to be like me. You're going to
Right.
do this stuff here.
You are my golden goose that I will pass off to the rest of the church, and they'll be like, "Oh, good job making this golden goose for us." Yeah.
Right. And the idea that at this point, he now has to, from his own survival standpoint, be holding both of those in tandem and, studying astronomy with this guy, Hubert here, who very much seems to be not just smart, but obsessed.
Oh, absolutely.
I loved the way in which he said, I don't want to live in a world or a universe that isn't beautiful.
Right.
There's a point made that he will do anything to, survive.
Oh, yeah.
But if he gets caught a second time, it doesn't matter whether he recants or not.
He's just dead.
He's just dead.
Yeah.
And so I cannot mess this up, but I still cannot give this up
Right.
is also very compelling.
And quite frankly, Rafal, you're very lucky. Whether
Yes.
that's good luck or bad luck is yet to be seen, and it's probably going to be both.
I mean, he said it
that you
himself,
ran
I'm
into
just
this
lucky,
guy. Yeah.
I think he's absolutely lucky in a lot of ways. His life's going to be forever changed. He's going to not probably be fully stuck in this stuff here. Also, this is a fun thing. If this ends up being a kind of an intrigue anime where he's trying to basically let other people take credit for the work that he does so that he doesn't get outed in some way.
Right.
This can be a really fun way to then set up the eventual way in which he then argues for heliocentrism once that work and groundwork has been more laid out.
Oh yeah, from this standpoint, even if the things that are being dealt with are science and discovery and all that stuff,
Right.
this story could follow the general plot structure of dystopian rebellion show, right?
Yeah,
and it's all right, you get your little cells of people that are also studying this kind of stuff, and you pass them the hints or the material that you've researched and discovered, so that then they can circulate
about it, though, then the more chance there is of them, ratting it out.
Yeah, exactly. And so this was a great intro. It was very simple and to the point.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, the scope of it is massive.
Well,
potentially.
But right now it's
right now
very
it's
small.
not. Right.
It's just a kid and this unlikely mentor /friend / blackmailer, you know.
What I mean by the scope being large is that what Hubert said basically about common sense being overturned, the church is enraged, is basically saying that if we go through with this and people see that we can prove it,
Oh, yeah.
this will overturn society as we know it.
Right. This kind of thing is the thing that other stories are basically ripping off with the, if this one secret gets out, it'll overturn everything, right? Like, this is the time when that kind of thing was actually going on in history, right? Because, yeah, if, you know,
That's why in a lot of ways
church
it's called
that's
the
saying,
Renaissance and the Reformation.
Sure.
There's so many things that happened to the Western church at the time that caused it to fragment and fall apart and lose a lot of its power slowly over time, with a lot of these people sticking up for just
new ways of thinking.
And pioneering new ways of thinking,
Yep.
and or taking the building blocks of those that had come long before, which I'm pretty sure the was it like a Greek or a Roman name? There was Ptolemy mentioned there, but there was someone else, and he was like, "Do you know this one?" And he's like, "Who?" He's like, "Oh, never mind. Yeah, here it is. Have you heard of Aristarchus?" That's definitely a Greek name
Oh, yeah.
in the way that it's formed here. But it's fun because if they're quoting Aristotle, it's a fun way in which they can bring up the fact that heliocentrism is not new. It's actually something that was talked about like a long time ago.
Oh.
And that's fun that they're actually like bringing
I
up
didn't realize
someone who
that.
I believe might have been connected with that. But it's fun because you can just have people have theories back in that time, and it doesn't necessarily lead to that's the general way that the world sees things.
Oh, sure. To say nothing of the, you might not have the know-how, equipment, whatever, to be able to confirm that, right? Because
right,
because
which
like one of the big reason why the whole heliocentric model is, or as far as I understand, was so like kind of damning for the church, pun intended, is because it made so many things make sense, right? Why do we have to have a different, like, chart the unique movements of the different planets and stars and things like that? Well, because your origin perspective is wrong, right? And so that throws everything off.
Well, the other thing was that the church was really obsessed with the idea that the earth was basically the sole place of, well, to use God's love as the kid brought up there, as a point there. And thus it's more egocentrism than it is really
absolutely.
Geocentrism.
Yes.
Just mix up the E and the G a little bit there, and there
Right.
you go. And having a universe that doesn't put humanity at the core center of it, then in some ways puts the wonder back in the nature of it all, not in something about how humans are just so perfect and wonderful and all that. It's like no, we're just space dust. And I mean, back when heliocentrism became like a thing and things started there were so many other things that started getting questioned and the ball started rolling.
Oh, I can imagine. Because once, if a group of people is like, we know the answers to everything and we're very confident about that, and don't you dare say that we're wrong.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's proven, no, actually they're very wrong about this fundamental thing. Then, yeah, good luck. That's why the church is afraid of this kind of stuff, because then they lose their power. No one's going to believe them, blindly, right?
I'm very curious because I don't remember, but actually, I'm just going to look this up. When was the printing press invented?
Oh, that was way later.
Way later. But no. 1436.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Yeah. Now, while it was invented here, the actual ease of access for the masses necessarily
But that is all right.
But that brings us into the context of where we're at right now, because We are in the 15th century.
Otherwise, let's be real. The materials and stuff for things like this, the church would be able to very easily just root it out. You know? They wouldn't have to deal with that.
And if this is Copernicus, this is definitely in the era of the printing press, because Copernicus was born like a little bit before Columbus went on his voyage, basically.
Gotcha.
So we're in a fun period of history where, you know, obviously this is probably an alternate universe, not the literal things
like
here.
the Kingdom of P. It's we're changing a couple things or obfuscating things. That way we can keep it exciting for you, the audience.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But the Renaissance would be effectively in full swing. So this is really fun. But yeah, we'll keep it grounded in what the anime gives us rather than trying to extrapolate out things entirely from our history.
Because that's one of the other fun things about historical fiction, right?
Yeah.
You know, taking those liberties
There's
here
wiggle
and there.
room.
Having that wiggle room in order to tell as engaging of a story as possible, to bring the attention to all the awesome stuff that did happen.
Yeah.
And then just, you know, have it be good faith changes as much as possible.
Right.
Pun unintended, believe it or not.
Yeah. But very, very exciting start, though. I would love to see this kind of presentation on just the general conversations.
Well, right, because at the end of the day,
it stirred my inner self. Like I was inspired by the end of this anime episode. Like,
at the end of the day, it's the thing that anime has proven itself to be so good at, right? Present something in a visually beautiful way to help stoke the imagination and the wonder in the world around us, right?
Yep.
Whether it's for a particular passion or to, you know, maybe showcase that passion to a bunch of people and get them passionate about it, right? Or whatever.
But
good
all right,
stuff.
Rafal, have fun surviving this world.
Right. Because
but you know what? I have good odds on you. I have faith in you.
But what's going to be your excuse for what these trips out here are to study the stars? Because
bro's gonna have to figure out
that shit takes a while, and you can't just say,
"Oh, a night job that he does."
Right, exactly.
You know, he does, or what have you.
We go out for prayer. Oh, can I come too? No.
No, because that's a pious, good church, you know, believing, you know, man. Because that's right. You believe in the church, not in anything actually spiritual, right? I'm also excited as well because I love when like religion in like a logical, theological way like ends up coming up in these kinds of stories because you can actually attack it from a full-bodied, three-dimensional angle, kind of in the way that Vinland Saga does.
Sure.
And given that we had a really in-depth, fun conversation, mostly kind of a lecture for this kid, but he did end up dialoguing with this older guy in a way that felt like they were, you know, not equals, but they were very much they were playing with the same stuff.
Well, and they were starting with the basics so that way it could be in layman's terms also for us, the audience, to be able to track with it. Because this kid at 12 probably knows way more, even with the bad info he's getting, than most of us do about, you know, how the universe works. So
right, and how they think the universe works, too.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. So it's a fun way to deliver exposition in a way that is between characters, having a dialogue that makes sense for them as
I like that we got that exposition for both sides, because we need to know the previous state of things so that we can know how, you know, groundbreaking it is to have this
Right. But wow, very fun stuff, y'all. And thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.